What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to get into why Social Circle is the best way to date 9s and 10s practically anywhere in the world. In fact, I'm going to tell you the story of how I dated a legitimate 10. In fact, she was a Mexican celebrity. And I did this through Social Circle, and I was only able to do this through Social Circle. Now, one thing I need to mention before we get into the story is that 10s are extremely rare, and my version of a 10 probably different than your version of a 10. My version of a 10 is obviously physical attractiveness, fit, friendly, feminine, agreeable, selfless, and some other traits. But on top of this, in my opinion, a 10 is probably younger than 25. She doesn't have any kids, no plastic surgery, and she is attractive without makeup. So as you can see, that is quite a few things. Now, if we look at the standard deviation of a population, a 10 is probably 0.001% of the entire world. So they are not all that common. I've probably dated 2 or 3 in my entire life. Now, as it comes to a 9, there are a lot more of those, and you could probably meet some of them in more cold approach type settings such as nightclubs or day game. But a vast majority of 10s are only going to be met through Social Circle. And a vast majority of 10s, shocker, are going to be famous people and or celebrities, because as they say in basketball, it doesn't matter what school you go to, or even football, it doesn't matter what school you go to. If you have talent, you're going to be found. And so I'm sorry, if someone's telling you they found a 10 in buttfuck nowhere, guess what? They're most likely wrong or lying to you, or have a very different definition of a 10 than what I just told you, which to each their own. Now, I will also say, dating a 10, probably not the most enjoyable experience. Like I said, this woman was a legitimate Mexican celebrity, and that means we would go places and she would get recognized. She might even be watching these videos, and if she is, she can comment down below, because it's not my business to air out her business and tell who she is. But if she wants to comment and let you guys know, she is free to do that. But like I was saying, dating 10s is actually a very unenjoyable experience in my strong opinion. And that goes back to the fact that 10s are gonna be famous. There are no hidden gem 10s. Now, with that said, I was able to meet her because of Social Circle. And so I met a guy here in Mexico, and he happened to run a pretty successful business, and we went to some entrepreneurship type events and met some other entrepreneurs at dinner. Well, he invited me to a dinner he was having with his friends where he introduced me. And that is the first thing I need to point out. Social Circle is better because it is like getting an introduction. It's like making a business deal. Business deals are easier if you are getting introduced to someone. If someone else says, hey, this is my buddy Josh, and he's really good at this, so he can help you out with your problem, the likelihood of that deal going through, much higher than if that person just randomly found out about me and heard about me. Gonna have a lot more objections and gonna wanna do a lot more research than if his good friend said, oh yeah, I've used this guy before, here's my recommendation. And that is what Social Circle is. And so, like I was saying, I was at this business dinner, and he introduced me to some of the other entrepreneurs he knew, and one of them happened to be someone who was in the film industry, which kind of gives away her profession, but not who she is. And so I'm talking like soap opera kind of stuff. By the way, not the adult films. And me and this guy hit it off, and we ended up going to dinner together, and this is where I met this girl, and he introduced me to her, and we hit it off. But even more importantly than getting access to 9s and 10s, Social Circle is a cheat code to life, because many of you have probably heard your network is your net worth. Now, someone commented previously asking me how I got advice on investments, who I ask questions to, and all these things. And that's the really cool thing about having a high value network, in my opinion. So when we go to dinners, money obviously comes up. People share, oh, I'm investing in this, I'm getting really great returns. Or this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm looking at to reduce my tax burden. Now, obviously, for some of you, this may not be applicable, but the conversations you have in a high value network are completely different than the conversations you'll have with just any Joe Blow that you're friends with. And that is something that is completely life-changing. I can't tell you how much money I've made because I've gotten little tidbits of information just from these business dinners. And not even business dinners, just like hanging out with my buddies, like going golfing and just talking about the things that we're doing and experiencing and where we're putting our money, what countries we're investing in. And so it's more than just being able to meet high value women. It's also the ability to change your life in general, because it is a total cheat code. You can improve your money. You can improve your status. You can get access to higher quality women. And overall, it's my strong opinion, you just have a higher quality of life if you have better and more high value friends. Now, with all that said, that is going to wrap up this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. Make sure to like this video. It helps me out with the algorithm. And drop a comment even if you don't have a question. And I'll see you guys next time. And as always, peace, much love.